Alright, and welcome back to Mark Jr. Reacts. Welcome if you're new. Today, we're checking out episode 2 of Gachi Akta, which I've been told that's how you're supposed to pronounce it. Yikes. Yeah. That's a dark way to start an episode. Just a dude hanging. Presumably hanging from a tree, a cliff, something. That's dark, man. For a kid, too. Yeah. Am I supposed to use it? Feels like goodness. What became of them after they started fit? They probably died, right? Damn. Damn. That's like... It's a very stark difference between the haves and the have-nots. Like... They could never imagine something like that happening, but they have everything they need. Money, status, clean everything. Whereas the tribesfolk don't have everything. They have, like, they're the opposite. That's really one way to, like, see a stark difference between people, is how they react or talk in a situation like that. Oh, he dropped. Damn, his eyes. Oh. Oh, you gotta run from the cute trash dragon. It's kind of cute. You can't look at this and tell me it's not kind of cute. In a dystopian eldritch horror kind of way. Damn. Oh, that's really cool, man. Whoa. Dude, I wouldn't keep running straight. I like zigzag left and right. They're gonna try to circle around you and trap you in. Don't let them trap you. Never mind. Too late. They're trash dragons. It's a very good question. How are they moving? That's a really good question, actually. How the fuck are they moving? Whoa. Oh, this looks really cool. Ooh. I love the designs of them. They all have their own unique look to them, even though they're just made out of trash. Oh, I love the horns, the kind of teeth, almost. Oh, definitely terrifying. Definitely terrifying, but really cool. Nice. That's how you're gonna end up. Oh. Whoa. You fell down a cliff? Slid down a cliff? Stuff like that? Not surprising. Don't breathe. Just cover your mouth and nose. That's all. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna get out of there anytime soon. I'm gonna keep it completely real. I don't think he's getting out of there anytime soon. You get used to it now. He should adapt faster, I think. I mean, given everything he's been through, adapting probably should be kind of easy for him. Like, after everything he's seen, experienced, the betrayal, the loss, adapting should be easy for him. Someplace safe. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. What if, and hear me out, what if he just hides under one of these piles of trash? I mean, it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck a lot. But presumably not everything here is being controlled, I guess, or turning into dragons. So theoretically, you could just hide under one of these. Unless, like, the dragons can, like, see what the other trash sees. I have no idea how they work. I'm just throwing out ideas. No, not at all. In this bizarre trash heap of a world. Damn. Why is he coughing up blood? He shouldn't be. He didn't really do anything. I mean, he fell. But falling doesn't usually equal coughing up blood. At least, none of the times I've fallen, I've coughed up blood. Could be the air, I guess. Whoa, that looks so cool. I really love them. And die. Nothing I can do. Yeah. You got things to do, man. You can't just lie down and take it. Well, he asked you to do something for him, so you should do it. Oh. That sucks. Oh. He did something. You have to change this You have to change this world. Grab the pipe. That's right. Son of a bitch. Yeah. You gotta get him. Keep the shit out of him. You're beating the shit out of this thing. Where do you get the strength? Do that. On the strength. Episode 2, The Inhabited. Sounds pretty cool. Damn. Oh, an umbrella. A guy with an umbrella, right? Ooh, I like the glasses. Not the glasses, the nails. Damn. Hell yeah. Alright, good job. I mean, I don't think you're one to talk at this point, Rudo. Like, that's like the pot calling the kettle black, I'm pretty sure. I doubt he smells good right now after everything he's fallen through, landed in, and just like all this running that he's been doing. Nah. Nah, you can't be the one talking about that type of stuff, man. What the fuck? Damn. How bad do they stink? Damn. Honestly, I kind of appreciate how these things aren't going down super easily. Like, he's not suddenly overpowered and killing them all. He's still like a teenager and like weak. I appreciate that. Damn. Oh, the dragon. Or snake, probably at this point. Yeah, we got something in my eye again. You gotta do something. Come on. You got this, Rudo. Rudo. Not Rudy. Rudo. Ooh. What does that lightning mean? What does that red lightning mean? Damn it. I wanna know what that red lightning means. Oh, well, maybe not lightning. It's like... Kinda is like lightning, I guess. I wanna know what that means. Obviously, it's some kind of ability. Like that much I can figure out. But what? How do abilities work? Oh, his eyes are glowing. He's gonna jump really high. Nope, never mind. Oh, damn. Oh, that's dope. That looks awesome. Dude, he had no right to go as hard as he did with that. That looked awesome. Hey, he did it. I bet it does, honestly. Grass dragon. Actually, it might not be an dragon. It kind of looks like a cross between a dragon and a what are they called? Anteater. And that mainly based off the hands. Kind of looks like an anteater with the head of a dragon. It looks cute. I like it. Yeah, good idea. Run. Get some distance. Oh, I'm glad he dropped that piece of metal. It's a light piece of metal, but it's still metal that slows him down. I'm glad he dropped it. Damn. Oh. 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 Umbrella guy. A fucking gas mask. I mean, makes sense. He looks cool. Ooh. I like the markings or tattoos. They look cool. I like the only thing I don't like so far, the helmet. It's a little too round. Could at least give some hair or hat. But fair enough, I guess. But yeah, I want to know. Oh, He's done. That's a mess now. You can breathe. Makes sense. A local. Good question. The pit. A trash dragon. Anteater. There. You, the guy who helped you breathe tells you to shut up. You should probably shut up. Yeah. There's trash without throwing here, but you stupid spherites. Hold on. I gotta see if I wrote that down already. Okay. Just had to write that down. Yeah, it is kind of thing. It kind of is Rudo's fault, but it's also kind of his fault for just amplifying his voice even more. But I don't blame him. He did tell Rudo to shut up like 2 or 3 times. And so they're above ground. They're not underground. I mean, it makes sense. Because you can see a sky. If you were underground, there wouldn't be a sky. Right? Isn't that obvious? I mean, it could be an artificial sky. But no. They're definitely above ground. Trash beast. Damn. That looks cool. Whisper, what? You kept shouting like a moron. Yeah, Rudo. This is your fault, kind of. Wait, what'd he say? What'd he say? And the trash beasts in this region are special. Ooh, they're special? Why? Is it because people get dropped down there? In that area? Or something else? I'm curious. I want to know why they're special. Kind of are now. Oh, that looks cool. Oh, that looks awesome. Cleaning. Yeah, get cleanup time. Oh, that's really cool. He's just spinning his umbrella. Damn. Okay. Yeah, I want to know too. But about, I really like. Okay. Despite everything I've said, I do like his design, minus the bald head. I do really like it. He looks cool. More of them. Good luck. You got this, man. Damn, that's a lot of them. There, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't tell if that's 6. I think that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And 15, Mr. Big Boss over there. Cool. Everything's good. Damn, I was right. Whoa. Oh, he's fast. He's cool. And he floats around. Damn. I don't know. I want to know. I'm sure you would, man. That's so cool, dude. That looked like a, if anyone here has seen Naruto, specifically Naruto Shippuden, that looks like a tailed beast bomb. Just not as, smooth and round. Kind of looks like it. Look it up. And tell me if you think it is or not. That was cool. Okay. This guy's officially really cool. Umbreaker Octa Shredder. Damn. That's cool, man. Dude, why is he so cool? We don't even know who he is. Why is he so cool? He's strong. Oh, we're gonna see his face. Oh, I like his hair. Engine. I gotta take that, write that down. Definitely gonna be important. Engine. Oh, that's such a cool name, dude. Oh, I really like his design. I really like him already. Oh yeah, I was about to comment. I think Rudo's out cold. Oh, Rudo. What happened to you? Damn. Oh, that sucks. Man. Well, them objects are alive and they left and hit me. I mean, seems like they might be alive in some capacity. Be the bigger man. If an object is treated with care, a soul will eventually come to inhabit it. That's just an old legend. Oh. Aw. This is sweet, man. Makes me miss Regato. Yeah, maybe. No one knows for certain. Keep them with care. In time, a soul will inhabit them. Aw. Man, he was adorable. Poor kid. He got a shitty hand dealt to him. Pun not intended because of his hands. I just realized the joke I made. With and then his hand. Yeah. They're chains. Shithead. Engine. Yeah, I really like him. I know his voice. I don't know where I know his voice from. Fair. It's not gonna happen, man. You're not gonna get back up there. Exactly. Even I know that. Ooh, the place up there, we call it the sphere. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, this is information. Okay. There are other factors too. What kind of? Okay. Wait. So he said, all in all, it's not possible now. That doesn't mean never. That just means right this second it's not possible. So Rudo still has a chance to go up there. Okay. Fair. I don't blame him for just dragging him along. It's easier than carrying someone, and you don't know if he's gonna attack you. So fair enough. Yeah, exactly. Me and him are on the same wavelength. I don't know about this world, about those monsters, that power you use. Damn. Oh, he's not happy now. Ooh, finally. Information time. I have my notebook ready. Have fun. What? Yeah, you gotta tell... Dude, you gotta tell me stuff. I gotta be able to write this down. I can't just take pictures with my notebook. I need to know what I'm writing down. Damn. Still got the chains on you. Oh. I can write stuff. Some stuff though. I'm guessing these are like bandits. Bandits. Can it be? Yeah, he is. He's a spirit, right? You're a real spirit, right? I don't know if this is a ploy by them like acting all surprised or if there's more to it. Damn.
お前ら
He's good too. These spirits? Damn.
嘘をついてる感じはないよくぞ生きててくれたああいや普通は死体で見
It's usually your dead bodies that we find. I don't trust him. I don't trust him at all. This is a little too. I don't know what the word is. Too positive. Too good. To not be a scam of some kind.
それにしてもひどいなジンってやつよりは
That is a scam. Yeah. If he hadn't said anything, I might have second guessed myself, but him saying that, nah. These are liars.
これでよし
Yeah.
さっきのじゃせっかくの天
I told you. I knew it.
人の体はな
Not surprising.
売れるんだ
Hold on. Hitch. I. Cool.
体丸ごとはもち
The whole body, of course, but also eyes, arms. Huh? The whole body, of course, but also eyes. The arms and legs are part of the body. The eyes could be, technically, because eyes can be kind of easily removed. There's an argument to be had about them not being a part of the whole body. But arms and legs, they're literally built into the body for most people. They're already considered the whatever.
腕欲しいやつはワン
That was
スがいる
just their clothing.
がまさか聖者が手に入るなんて
Yeah, I knew this. I knew they were.
気になるか天界人を欲しがる理
What? Wanna know why anyone want a spirit? Yeah, I wanna know why.
みんな憎んでるか
Oh, I mean, it's not surprising. I don't blame them. They not surprising.
らだよ
Damn, that's creepy.
お前たちはゴミを食べ
You dropped your trash down here, built up and built up and turned the air into. Damn.
ゴミに潰された人間
Just crushed by the
土
trash.
地が汚染され住処を
Damn.
失った人間は
This sucks. I honestly feel bad for them.
ここには5万といるそんなやつお前撃った後俺たちも見
I
学
thought you might pay to see it too. Damn.
でもお前ごちゃんと食べ
I don't know what that is. I'm good.
ああそうか
I can eat on my own.
愛のゴミみたい
But his tastes are too sensitive for our trash food down here.
に合わないか触ることすら
I think obviously the problem is that they aren't differentiating between the Spherites and the quote unquote tribes folks. I think there's also the disconnect there. But in their eyes, it's not surprising that they don't know that there's a difference because they all have the same clothing. Just some are. Well, actually, you can't even make a comment about if it's like because their clothes are dirty because they could have gotten dirty from when they fell. So in their minds, they're all the same up there. Which, again, I don't blame them for having these feelings about the Spherites. Because they turned this land into poison. That's literally what it is. It's a ticking time bomb before everyone dies. Probably.
ないんだろうよ苦しみが君を待
Damn. Yeah. He had that coming, man. I didn't expect him to actually do it, but got that coming. I'm surprised he didn't bite through bone, but also that's probably realistic. You could probably theoretically bite the skin off a person's fingers, but bone is a different story. So that's actually probably realistic. Damn. Yikes.
ゴミだね
Yeah, I'd back away too.
全然
Damn.
どいつもこいつも
Keeps talking about sphere this and ground that.
ゴミだの俗民だの
Oh.
お前らの都合で
Oh. He's crashing out, man. I mean, he already started his crash out last episode. But he's crashing out now, I think.
勝手に分
Sorry, the labels you choose. Yeah, it really is just a matter of labels. They don't realize that there's a difference up there between Spirites and Tribesfolk. Damn. Ooh. Damn. What's his power? What's he doing? Oh, not surprising that he's watching. Yeah, I still really like his design. So we'll come to inhabit it someday. No, that looks so cool. Oh, I got chills. I got chills from that. Those who can give life to objects and draw out their power. Oh, we're finally learning about their abilities. Givers. Hold on. Nice. Alright, let's watch this now. Damn. That guy's crashing out too. Ooh. Good dodge. Oh, don't. I wouldn't aim for a chain, man. That chain looks a little dangerous. Oh, that's not something common. Oh, okay. Oh, that's gotta hurt. I thought he'd kill him. Nah, there should have been more blood, more damage to that. I'm just gonna put it out there. There should have been. Damn. He was about to crash out again and just kill him. Dude. Oh. Does he not? Oh, is he not gonna remember what he did? Damn, that's some bad luck. You gave life to an object. Multiple objects. I don't remember Rigato's words. My gloves. Makes sense. That's fair. I mean, that's fair. You don't want to waste all your time and resources on something that might not be. I'll tell you all you want to know about this world and its power. Oh, it probably won't be this episode. Damn it. I'll wait until next week to write all the information. Exchange. Join the cleaners. Oh yeah, join them. Join them. Fair. Okay. That was a really good episode. This was a really good episode. Let's talk about what happened here. So this time around we got a fight between Rudo and the cute trash monsters, trash beasts. But, and as I mentioned, I do appreciate how once he gained his power, gained access to it, he didn't suddenly start one-shotting everything. He still had to put in some effort. And it's not like he's not like a sudden prodigy. Well, actually, okay. At that point in the episode, he wasn't a sudden prodigy. I'll talk about the other portion a little later. I still miss Regato. He was cool. And we got to meet Engine, which was... I really like his design. I really like his weapon, an umbrella. It's not every day you see an anime character that looks really cool fighting with an umbrella. I already really like the idea of being able to give life to objects and fighting with them. That just sounds so cool. And like, presumably, what I'm curious about, I'm technically not going in order of what happened in the episode, but what I'm curious about with Givers is, as we saw, Engine used a named ability, so to speak. At least that's what I call them. When someone says the name of an ability before they use it, because it's just easier to classify them as a named ability compared to just an ability. It helps separate it for me. But anyways, I wonder, do Givers create these abilities, or are they somehow learned, like already existed, but they're just like learned? or are they pre-made? Or I mean, I already said that. Or are they like they have to create them, name them, and all that? And that's what I want to know too. That type of stuff interests me a lot. In like how the creation of abilities come to be. Not like the actual like power itself, but like the abilities within the ability. The named abilities within the ability, if that makes sense. And the fact that Rudo can apparently imbue his power into multiple of them, I wonder if that's because of all of the care he's shown the trash over the years, or if that's because of like a hereditary thing. We don't know enough about abilities to know if they're like a hereditary thing or whatever. I mentioned this in the first episode, but I suspect that Dad's probably going to come into play in some capacity, and we'll probably learn more. It would fly shoe. Dude, this book is not for you, it's for me. Why is it annoying? But yeah, I do wonder if like it's hereditary, how you gain the abilities, stuff like that. I'm really interested in that. And learning a little bit more about the Spherites, as they're called, and that the place above the pit is called the Sphere, and apparently it's constantly moving. I'm not sure how much I believe about that. I don't know if we ever saw like what the place looks like. We might have in the first episode for it to be called a sphere. We might have already seen it, I just don't remember, but I'm interested in learning more about the sphere as well. Because there's definitely more to it than just as simple as that. Let's see here. Oh. We also learned about the world a little bit below. And I wrote down bandits question mark because I think those guys kind of like bandits, maybe. But they're more likely like traffickers, I'm guessing. And learning that the bodies of Spherites catch of high price, including the clothing. The clothing makes sense. Honestly. Like in a place where clothing is probably a rare commodity, good clothing, it makes sense that clothing would catch a high price. The bodies themselves, I can see that. I can see bodies catching a high price in like a morbid, like collector's mentality, I guess, or to want to like inflict some of the pain that the Spherites did to someone and do it to them, sort of thing, or other reasons that I won't get into because I'd rather not continue to think about that line of thought. And as I mentioned, I'm not surprised that the pit people hate the Spherites. Like, the Spherites made the pit area. I thought I completely off topic to what I was just saying. What if the pit area is the Earth, is like modern world, is like the actual like land, Earth, whatever you would call it, and the sphere constantly moving is like a traveling like island kind of thing, big island. What if that's what it is? And like the place below the pit, the pit area, is like what was originally Earth, and then for whatever reason the sphere was built, and the haves and have-nots were put on it, and so on and so forth. Or if that was the case, it probably started out with the haves, then over time through segregation and hierarchy and all that, they separated them into the haves-not. But what if that's how it is? That's an interesting thought. It could be wrong. Could be completely wrong. But yeah, as I mentioned, I don't blame the pit people for hating the Spherites. I can hate them for what they do with their hate, but I can sympathize with them in why they hate someone. In certain scenarios, I can, and I can with them, I think. And as I mentioned, I really like Engine. He looks really cool. Yeah, I really like him. I may or may not become a simp for him. Who knows? But yeah, overall, this was a really good episode. I I was sad to see that Regato little backstory with him and Rudo. Man, Rudo had it tough growing up, man. Overall, this was a really good episode. I enjoyed it a lot. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Did you like this episode? Let me know. I enjoyed it. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. My name is Mark, and as always, never stop being yourself. Stay safe out there, and I will see you next time.